everyone, the 13th Scala here, also known as Scala, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where I'm now finally using the back part of my chair, which I should have been doing for a while for lumbar support, but I never actually did. I mostly just sat upright and then slumped down. But now I'm actually using the proper lumbar support, and it feels really weird, and I think I fixed my hair in between recordings. So far, I think I'm doing great. We first looked into the handwriting. Okay. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. So you got nothing. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail, which could have happened from his fall anyway if he tried to catch himself. There was also scratches on the skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Are you sure it wasn't from him trying to stop his body? From this, we could confirm that he wrote his name with his right hand. Unless somebody picked up his dead hand, because they said that they couldn't bother to get fingerprints. Is his eyes open wide? Hold on a second. Yes, the perfectly logical conclusion. No, the fuck it's not, buddy. Yeah, his eyes are open. It's not like they're just closed and shuttered. But in this one, they're closed. Is it the angle? Can't even really see Maggie that well there. Oh, hold on. I wanted to read the thing for that. Oh, yeah, no, that's got nothing. Okay. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciated, Your Honor. Writing on the ground. All right. We first looked into the handwriting. I about get all their voices mixed up. But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in the sand? I mean, yeah, any number of things could impact that. Especially since the way that, the writing sample would be based on where your pen rests. This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigations in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So, what was the result of the investigation? Look, I'm trying to keep Gumshoe and his voice is distinctive, and it's really hard. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm the victim's handwriting. So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it. Hey, don't look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. No? I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before either. It's because it's a bunch of hooey. Me neither. Nor I. I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. No. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Oh, that didn't lead into anything? Hold it. Okay. So, his pointer finger? The one you're always pointing and waving around in other people's faces? Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. Sorry. In any case, you examined the victim's finger. Index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in sand. And the results? We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write his name with his own finger. No, it doesn't. It just proves that he has sand under his fingernails. Yes, which explains why there is sand stuck under the nail. Guess he's right. And there's more. There's also scratches on the skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Hold it! Press on that again. Scratches on his skin? Yep. You can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. Oh. That's incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really, really strong one. Like a 10 times loop. Got it. Well, not just your regular standard jeweler's loop, but a double magnified jeweler's loop. It's got a really scientific-sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. He used one of those, and that's how we found him. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Okay. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. Was he right-handed? The glove looked like it was for a right hand. Right? Yeah. The glove looked like it's for a right hand, which means he'd be throwing left-handed if he was catching. At least in theory, people use their dominant hand to throw. There are exceptions to this rule. For example, people who are cross-dominant or who are ambidextrous. I got labeled as that by a neurologist, which I didn't quite know was a thing. Right? Because, like, it was after I had a concussion, that I had to go to a neurologist to make sure that everything with me was good. And I also had to go there for another unrelated other reason that happened. It's because I had complications after I had hit my head from the concussion that I had to go see this neurologist. Anyway, when I was there, they asked if I was right or left-handed. I go, well, I'm right-handed, but I do literally all of my sports with my left hand. And my brother is the same way. He's left-handed, but he does all of his sports with his right hand. And so then I looked in the paperwork, and I was, like, officially labeled as ambidextrous, and I was like, I didn't know that was officially how that worked. So anyway, in my case, though, if I was going to write something out with my finger, I'm going to use my right hand. But if I was going to throw a baseball or a football, I'm going to throw it with my left hand because I get a much better spiral with my left hand. Additionally, I bowl better with my left hand. I hit things better with my left hand. Like, that's just how, for some reason, my body is wired. So in theory, if the person is not cross-dexterous or ambidextrous, if this is a glove for the right hand, that means that he's throwing with his left hand and is a left-handed individual. So you're absolutely sure. I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think that there's only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through this much trouble to get him his present? Present? What about it? Yep. There we go. Let's go ahead and present. And present.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this, please. And that's the glove, right? Yeah. Could you tell the court what's so special about this glove? What's special? I never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? Well, there's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? Well, it's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. I would expect the judge to know the sports thing. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. Ah, see? Look, I called it. That is why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? No. So, detective who knows everything about his subordinates, you didn't know one of them was left-handed? I can tell you every person I work with who is left-handed. In all seriousness, is my boss, the new guy, and I talked about this guy briefly on stream the other night, but the guy who's keeping a pet snapping turtle now. That's it. They are the only left-handed ones that I'm aware of. So which hand did the victim use to write his name with again? Ah, that's easy. It looks so obvious from this picture. It was his, wait a second. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. I object. Nope. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. Proves that there's a shadow of a doubt that this isn't exactly the case. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. I'm going to rephrase that for him because I, again, stated previously that is not at all the case. Every now and again, I do try to see if I can write left-handed. It looks like a child did some throw up. Here, hold on. I'm going to just give an example. So this is going to be my right. Oh, God. Okay, this is abnormal for me. Come on. I got it halfway. I'm writing exactly what the victim wrote. Just as an example. So you see it? Do you see the difference between these two? The top one was written with my right hand. The bottom was written with my left hand. They are both legible and both do say Maggie. However, one is more neat, especially if he's gonna bother to frickin' do cursive. Because, like... Oh god, I don't know how to make G's. Oh no, I don't think I could do this cursive. Okay, hold on. You guys are about to see this all pay off. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna do this again. So this one was done with my right hand. This one was done with my left. I did manage to make it like that I could write it and that you could read it. But clearly one of these looks better than the other. And it's the one that has more practice writing. That cursive looks damn near perfect. There's no way that somebody who is not ambidextrous could have written that with his right-handed had it been so perfect. It is possible that he could have written the message, yes, as I just proved. However, there's no way he could have written it nearly that perfectly legible with his right hand, especially if he'd never practiced before. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim, unless the victim was, cross-dexterous or ambidextrous. Order, order. When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that the name was written by the victim himself. And that means that Maggie is... No, it's not possible. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. This doesn't fall negatively on the prosecution's office, does it? Like, this doesn't hurt Edgeworth? Because this prosecutor did such a bad job, because if he's head prosecutor, he has to oversee everything. And there's no way it's Lana, because Lana's in jail for something else. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. Ow! Oh, right, you did it, Mr. Wright! Phew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See? You got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up on being a lawyer, sir. You joking? I'm more than ready to retire. Yeah, that's fair. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird... No, not yet. What the... Give it up, buddy. I mean, please, give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? Aren't you supposed to provide documentation, proof of everything you are going to present in court? You can't come up with any surprise witnesses now. And we would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? Okay. And who would that be? I bet you it's the guy that knocked me unconscious earlier. And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? You bring that guy out last? Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Yeah, yes, I think so, where I might go to bed. Afterwards, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling this was a bit too easy. Huh. Any more information? I'll have to see what I can find out during the recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. I guess. Oh, to be continued. Well then. Might as well save it. I'm really glad that it's in a different color. I can't express that. I know someone who's colorblind may have issues with that, which is what the text is for, but it does make this easier. Anyway. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Amnesia? Oh, I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Hey, look, that being considered, all right, I think I'm doing really good. Why didn't you tell me, sir? Look, I tried. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard that you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. So what are we gonna do, electrocute me? Come on, lower your head a little. And a Maggie kick should be all you need. No, thank you, buddy. No, I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Oh, come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong, and I try to tackle everyone's problems. You and Gumshoe are made for each other. Well, my head's one problem that you won't be tackling today. Anyway, we're here to solve your problems first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll have to start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright, and that's a very weird name. Well, this is serious. You really don't remember. Anyway, I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. Huh? This is a business card? I got it from you. It's my most prized possession. I'm worried about you. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Oh, okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, yeah, that's your cell phone number. Oh. Phoenix's business card was added to the court record. It's a business card. I wrote my cell phone number on the back. Why isn't it on the front? I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but... Cell phone? Well, yeah. Your eyes lit up when we talked about it in the detention center, sir. Huh? Well, hurry up and tell me then. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. Well, what happened? It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. Oh. It's the cell phone I'm holding. It's the cell phone I'm holding. All of a sudden, the phone began ringing. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Oh, is this yours? I'm glad that we called. We can meet up and I can give it back to you. I'll be right there. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Oh, that's how he knew the name. So it's whoever owned the phone. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. Huh. So where is this phone that you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murderer? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... You were here all along. Ah! You're so mean. No. Mia. No, Mia's your sister. Maya. I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check the courtroom, everyone had already left. Ah, now who the heck is this? She does look like she got a little older. Not by much, but a little bit. Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said everything will be fine? That's right. It's Maya to the rescue with an ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Thanks. What the heck is this, a list? There's about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looked like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in... Well, there's a group of con artists that the police are currently investigating. I think that these guys are members of that group. Names list added to the court record. Oh, crap. I didn't even read what the description of that was. What did it say? Oh, I can't flip this one over like I could in the last one. List of unfamiliar names and phone numbers. Members of a con artist group? Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me! Well, where'd you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look it up yesterday. Oh, is that right? Can you just tell Maya the truth? These numbers were in the memory of that phone that Maggie found. Huh. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya? Actually, Mr. Wright is, Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Yeah, rest in peace to us. But since the recess is now over, that's all the time we've got for this episode. Well, I'm glad to see that Maya is back. I really wonder how she's going to react when Phoenix realizes they forgot everything, and I'm really curious when Phoenix is going to remember literally anything about his life. Are we going to go the entire game with him having amnesia? Or is he going to get it back after the episode 1? Honestly, that's the real question. See you guys in the outro. Hey guys, welcome to the outro. It's really good to see Maya back. I didn't realize how much I actually missed her. Even though I did like Emma from the last game, at the end there, I missed Maya. And I love the way that she used to mess with Phoenix's head. Anyway, for what our options are, whatever the algorithm tells you you're going to enjoy, the next part, or something I think you'll like in the meantime. And over here, I thought I'd include a link to the time that Rich and I streamed us playing Raft. I've just been, like, I don't know, I've been watching people play Subnautica 2, and, like, there's a part of my brain that's, like, getting into that time that, like, the first one came out, and, like, the time that Below Zero came out, and everybody else that was, like, playing Raft, because, like, ocean things, right? I did play Subnautica Below Zero, but I never got around to finishing it. However, Rich and I did play and beat Raft on stream, so I'm going to link that to stream number 1. Yeah, it was one of the live streams, but it's more of Rich and I's shenanigans. So remember, everyone, to drink your water, eat a food if you haven't yet today, and take your pills. And I will see you guys next time.